Welcome to GRIFA, Global Research and Innovation for All with DPSP here. In this GRIFA session, I'm going to give you a very important information on the transition which is happening in India and how this transition is going to have an implication on research and innovation. Let us get started. Recently, our Prime Minister, Sri Narendra Modi, has delivered an address in Sydney Dialogue on 18th of November 2021. During the addressing session, he has mentioned the 5 important transitions which are taking place in our country, and I am going to give you how these transitions are going to have a likely implications for research and innovation. Let us understand those transitions without any further delay. Transition number 1. The Prime Minister had mentioned that we are building world's most extensive public information infrastructure. Just imagine, once this extensive public information infrastructure is ready, the information about the complete population, it's going to be in a click of button. Be it a business, be it government, or be it any stakeholders, they can access this information in a click of button. So the communication is going to be very, very seamless, and it's going to have a lot of effectiveness in the way how it is going to connect the people of this nation. It's an excellent transition, I would say, according to me. How about you? You can mention that in the comments. Let us understand the transition number 2. Transition number 2, what he has mentioned is we are transforming the people's lives by using digital technology for governance, which includes empowerment, connectivity, delivery of benefits, as well as welfare. I'm sure all of you would know nowadays people are using various technology-based apps to access the security and safety. They are using the technology to navigate to the interior place wherein there is no route existing or where there is no knowledge for the people. And people are able to get their salary via bank. People are able to get the wages in the bank. There is no cash transaction which are happening. So this digital technology is not going to have betterment in our today's life, but also it is going to expand in our future lives. So we will be getting what we are supposed to be getting without any kind of interruption from a third party. I'm sure it's a great boon for the people of this nation. Let us understand the transition number 3. Transition number 3 is talking about world's third largest and fastest growing startup ecosystem. If you want to start up, India should be the best place. We have everything what is required for someone to start the business, be it the business opportunity or be it the technical consultancy which is required to start up your business, or be it the funding opportunities. This country is filled with an excellent ecosystem for startups. I'm sure all of you would remember the unicorns which are creating news in the market about their success. I'm sure this trend is going to continue in the future as well. Let us see the trend number 4. Trend number 4 is mentioned about India's industry and service sectors and how it is actually undergoing a massive digital transformations. The industries and the service sectors are using this digital transformation in terms of converting the resources in such a way that they are able to achieve business into success. And also this digital transformation is helping the production of biodiversity of our nation. So this is one of the most important things which is not going to be helpful only for the people, but also to the plants, to the animals, to other geographical attractions which are there in our country. Let us understand the transition number 5. The transition number 5 is talking about investing in developing indigenous capability in telecom industries such as 5G and 6G. Just imagine if our nation is going to have 5G and 6G connectivity, everything is going to happen so fast. I'm sure all this transition are looking at very positive, but only the research and innovation can able to tell us how these transformations are going to be beneficial or it is going to be harmful, or how these transitions are going to be implemented in a most effective way so that we can able to reduce all the adversities and create a good technology, to create a good ecosystem which is going to have a likely positive impact on all of us. So now it's a time for me to tell you what are the various opportunities which are available for the people who are in research and innovation by using these transitions to conduct the study which will help our prime minister, which will help the government, which will help the entire people to get the best out of this transition. So the first and foremost research and innovation focus area based on the transition what we have seen, I would recommend the researchers and innovators to focus on research on technology creation and co-creation. It's not about creating a technology, you will have to co-create the technology. One side, the technology developers are there, the other side, the technology users are there. So how these two stakeholders can come in a platform and create the technology, it could be one of the most important focus area for research. Focus area 2, when it comes to the research and innovation based on the transition which is taking place in India, is research on technology usage and consumption. It's very important. It's not just about creating the technology through co-creation, and also it's very important to know how the people are using the technology, how people are consuming the technology. It will help us to develop the technology which exactly meets the needs and expectations of the stakeholders. The focus area 3 is research on technology effectiveness. It's not just about creating the technology and giving to the stakeholders. It's important to understand how this technology is effectively achieved the objectives set when it was developed. So this could be one of the focus area explored by the researchers and innovators. The focus area 4 could be based on research on startups and startup ecosystem. As I was mentioning that there are many unicorns which are hitting the success in the market, but it's not sufficient for size of our nation. The number of startups are very, very limited. So more research is required in order to understand the startups and the startup ecosystem, which will help us to understand how we can able to generate more startups, how we can able to provide more support for the startups, which will help us to have number of possibilities to put our nation front when compared to being in the current position. Research and innovation focus area 5, we can do research on how technology is having impact on people and planet. It's very, very important. It's not just about creating the technology or giving to the people and also checking the effectiveness. It's also important to understand how the technology is going to have impact on people and planet. So if you're someone who is thinking that this could be one of the interesting area, why not go ahead and explore how this technology is going to have an impact on people and the planet. Research and innovation focus area 6, you can do a research on how the technology is having impact on business. Sometimes the technology as your old component, it's going to have success for the business which is having implementation of technology. But how this technology is going to have impact on other business could be one of the crucial research and innovation area. So you can conduct a study to understand how the technology is actually creating the impact on the business. Let us understand the research and innovation focus area 6. You can do a study to understand how the technology is going to have impact on the nation, whether the technology is going to increase the GDP of our nation, whether it is going to increase the lifestyle of our people, whether it's going to have an impact on the rupee value of our nation. So this could be one of the potential topic which could be explored. Let us understand the research and innovation focus area 7. You can do a study to understand how you can innovatively apply the technology. What are the innovative methods are applied to apply technologies in various spheres of life, be it personal life or professional life? This also could be explored by the researchers and innovators. Let us understand the research and innovation focus areas 8. It's very important that it's not about creating the technology, giving to the people, checking the effectiveness of the technology, and then checking the impact on the business as well as the nation. It's also very important to understand the ethical considerations which are given the technology. It's very important that when we do not have ethical consideration, I'm sure there are times things may not be achieving the way how it is supposed to achieve. There may be a lot of drawbacks may be involving in using the technology. So you can do a study to understand how the ethical considerations are given in technology. Research and innovation focus area 9, it talks about how you can use that technology to attain sustainable development goals. The United Nations has the target that the Sustainable Development Goals have to be achieved before 2030. So the researchers and the innovators should take an effort to understand how they can use the technology to attain the Sustainable Development Goals well before the targeted year, which is 2030. The last, the research and innovation focus area, which is not the list, it's very important for the researchers and innovators to understand the technology and its pros and cons. It's very important. We have to embrace the technology. There is no doubt about it. But also it's important to understand what are the cons, what are the disadvantages, what are the drawbacks which are there in the technology, so that we can able to address those drawbacks, we can able to address those problems before it is creating any kind of harmful effect to the people or to the planet, so that the technology can be adopted, it can be used in the best possible way, which will lead to a sustainable life on this planet. So with this, I'm ending my session. I am DPSP. If you like this video, comment, share, and do subscribe to my channel. Happy learning, global research and innovation for all. DPSP here. Take care. Bye-bye.